Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my 2020 perfume collection. I did do one last year around the same time actually, and please excuse the background. I have to be in a different room because my brothers are awake and noisy, and the walls here are paper thin, so you would be able to hear them in the background. So not my usual room. There's a lot of stuff in the background, but please just ignore that. I decided to dress up today because I was sick and tired of looking like a potato, so we're gonna film a lot of like videos where I feel like feeling pretty is essential. So if you saw my collection last video, a lot of these perfumes are still the same. There have been a couple of things that were finished up and a couple of other things that have been introduced. So I'm going to kind of just go through them one by one and tell you a little bit more about the scents and how I feel about them. Now, do keep in mind that your scent preference like changes completely. About every 7 years, like you will like different fragrances that you didn't like. So it's interesting to just like kind of have a physical representation of what are the scents I'm liking and comparing that to different years. And even some perfumes, you go through stages where you like them and you don't like them. So first, I'm going to talk about the one that I'm trying to use up this year, and that is the Prada Candy perfume. I'm pretty sure everyone knows what Prada Candy smells like. Basically, the key notes are white musk, caramel, and benzoin. And I am probably going to finish this up. I feel like this was one of the main introductions to luxury perfumes for me. I mean, I've always liked Marc Jacobs, Daisy, and I love the Paris Hilton perfumes growing up.
Comment down below or put a thumbs up on the video if you had Paris Hilton perfumes
in your lifetime.
Candy was one of the perfumes that kind of just like introduced me to the world of like luxury perfumes and not celebrity like Walmart, Kmart, Target perfumes. The next perfume I have here is the Amour Amour by Cacharel. These are really hard to find. My mom actually gifted this to me. Again, you would have seen this in my collection last year if you watched that one. The keynotes on this one are Lily of the Valley, White Mandarin, Blood Orange, Grapefruit, and Citrus, but it doesn't have a citrusy smell. Even though most of the keynotes are citrus, I have to say this is a lot much more warmer of a fragrance, and I feel like if you were to smell like whatever the keynotes are in here as the fruit form, you'd feel like, you know, it's very acidy, very citrusy, kind of like stings sometimes if it gets into your eyes or into your nose, and that definitely isn't this. I don't think that the keynotes are a very accurate description of this one, and if I do end up going through it, I don't think it's one I would end up like hunting down. But hey, it matches with me because I'm very like red today. But you know, depending on how the years goes, I do like to use this more like in the fall and the winter time because it is more of a warmer fragrance. Now, last year I didn't mention perfume oils just because those are ones that I've had like custom made. I am going to include it even though I have no idea what the scent notes are, but just to know that this is what I had around this time, and this is kind of like my what is that called when you eat things and it like supposed to like make you more attractive by like increasing your pheromones? Oh, what is that called? But this is my secret weapon like for date night. This just smells so good. If I can get this open. So it is like an oil roller ball, and it goes a long way. And it just smells good. I mean, it's called Venus. I got it at a artsy farmer's market. Didn't get a card. I don't think she had a website. She just kind of had a stand. And I don't know, it's my secret weapon. It's my secret weapon with my boyfriend. Every time I wear this, like, you know, the mood just changes. I just wanted to like physically say like I also have this perfume oil, and it is the only perfume oil that I do have, but it's just more along the lines of like a mixture of Black Opium by YSL and Mon Paris also by YSL. Like if you can mix those two and make it more like seductive, it's this. Speaking of YSL perfumes, I still have my Mon Paris. I have about half of the container left, and I think this is the year I'm going to finish it off because I do notice that you know, it's starting to change, and that tends to happen when you have perfumes for a while. It is something that I'm trying to get under control just because I love perfumes. I've always collected perfumes since I can remember, and I mean, hello, I have a giant like backstock of Bath & Body Works things, so perfumes is another thing. I actually like started collecting perfumes way before I started collecting Bath & Body Works products, if that kind of gives you like an idea of me. I did get this, I want to say back in 2017, and so I've had it for 2.5 years, 3 in November, and the scent is already starting to change a little bit. When I spray it, it's fine, but when I smell it like this, I do notice it doesn't smell like Montpellier as much. But I also have the baby dropper size. Both were given to me by my boyfriend. This is something I would repurchase in a heartbeat as soon as I finish them up. And the scent notes on this are strawberry, raspberry, pear, jasmine, peony, cedarwood, bergamot, and orange flower. And it has a bunch more other scents, but I think those are the scents that would make more sense. It makes more sense when it comes to describing. This is my top favorite fragrance of all time for the last, you know, 2.5 years that I've had it, almost 3 years, like I said. All-time favorite. I think this is the one I will repurchase for the rest of my life, which is a big commitment to say because we're talking about the rest of my life. And as soon as like we're done with this whole like stay-at-home situation, I will be using this because I definitely don't want to let this go to waste and use it up before it really starts changing. Like I said, also have a little bit of a black opium one. I need to work on using the little ones up, especially because they should be so easy to use up. But I don't know why, it's just like the hardest ones for me to reach. Definitely would consider purchasing black opium in a full size, but again, I just have a lot and I tend to be more sparing with perfumes, so I shouldn't be buying any until I use a couple more up. But the scent notes in black opium are black coffee, vanilla, and white flower. So I tend to be right now currently warm and sweet. Those tend to be my fragrance notes. I used to be like super like floral and fruity, and now I'm more like a warm but sweet fragrance person. So it's interesting to see, like I said, and even just comparing like what I had in my collection last year that didn't make it to this year, it's just interesting to see like how much like I've changed and like my scents have changed as I've gotten older and experienced different things, because I'm definitely a memory to scent type of person. And I know some of you guys don't like when I get off topic, but I mean, I wouldn't be me if I didn't get off topic, but still like kind of on topic. Last perfume that, it's not my last perfume, but it's the last one that you would have recognized from last year's video, is the Lalique Vanilla Rollerball in just pure vanilla. Like I said, I love vanilla fragrances. I love warm fragrances, but I think it's very hard for companies to do vanilla right. And I have to say that the Lalique Vanilla is straight up just a pure vanilla perfume that doesn't have anything else to it. It literally smells like the vanilla extract that you put in food. That's what this reminds me of. The scent notes are tonka bean, freesia, and wild Madagascar vanilla. If you used to like the Body Shop vanilla scent that they had years and years and years ago that they discontinued, I'd have to say that the Lalique Vanilla Pure Vanilla is a very close comparison to it. And it's just, it is missing a little bit of the sweet note from what the Body Shop was. They don't, I hate that they don't have that anymore, but this is a pretty close second. I know that it's kind of hard to find just quality pure vanilla perfumes, and I know like Atelier 39, I think is what it is, has a vanilla one. I haven't smelled it because it is quite pricey, but I can do with this one for now. Okay, so I want to talk about perfumes that are new to my collection since a year ago, because I did film this and upload it a year ago. I was kindly sponsored, this isn't a sponsor video, I was sponsored in a separate video by Layered Perfumes, and I have 2 of their full-size perfumes right here. They are a more affordable perfume, and they sent these to me. And the thing about these perfumes are that you essentially can layer them. That's why it's called like Be Layered, because it's really just one scent. But they are Eau de Parfums, which are really, really strong. These are really strong. Like my friend who, she like wears like fragrance lotions, but she can't stand these. Like she just starts sneezing like crazy because they're that strong. So if you are kind of sensitive to very strong fragrances, but you wear like perfume still, but except not strong ones, I would probably say stick away from these because they are very, very strong. You really only need like one spritz, just once, and that's what you need for your entire body, because I have never like encountered that strong of an EDP before. The cool thing about this type of perfume is that it changes with your body chemistry. And I know this sounds like a sponsored video, but I swear it's not. I just kind of want to explain more about them because I know they tend to sponsor a lot of people, so I kind of just want to like give you guys my real opinions in an unsponsored post where I know they're not going to be watching this.
Editing PJ me, which is like a super like difference from the video. What I'm trying to say is that like this is my real opinion after months of having it. I wasn't trying to like imply that when I had mentioned it as my favorite, like that was me trying to upsell. I'm just like saying like this is how I truly feel about them now that I've had more time like figuring out how these scents work, and in comparison to like when I had first gotten them and had only like a couple of weeks to try them to give the company the video that they wanted.
So like you might not like try to upsell it like a lot of people might. I just said it, one of these was my favorites in my video, which is true. So let me just go ahead and talk a little bit more about it. So I have to say my least favorite one out of the two is called Paris Nights. So the scent Paris Nights is supposed to be similar to like perfumes that everybody knows is Mon Guerlain. I've never personally smelled that, but the scent notes are Tahitian vanilla, lavender, coumarin, iris, Australian sandalwood, jasmine, bergamot, licorice, patchouli, and soft rose. Paris Nights is just very fresh and floral. You might not, I personally don't like it when I first spray it, but as it changes with my body chemistry, because that's what these perfumes mainly do, I do like it once it changes. But it's not something that like I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah, I love it the first like 30 minutes that it's on my skin, because that's how much it takes before it starts changing. Now this one is an inappropriate name that I'm not going to say, but I will show you a close-up of it. Now, I have to say, hands down, this is such an amazing fragrance once it does change. The scent notes on this one are mandarin, vanilla, jasmine, ginger, and sandalwood. So it is something like, it's an aphrodisiac. That's the word that I was looking for. This perfume oil, an aphrodisiac, that's what it is. I have to say that this scent tends to be a little bit more on that type of like scent vibe. As an aphrodisiac. I know it's crazy, but I don't know if aphrodisiac is subjective, because like to me an aphrodisiac is like there's some warmness, there is some sexiness, and there's something that like, you know, this one tends to have like, I have to say it's the sandalwood. It kind of gives it almost like a manly note to it, but like the manly note was feminized. I don't even know if that makes any sense. But this, once it starts changing, it honestly is such an amazing scent. Like this is a for sure date night scent. Like if you were looking into this brand because it had piqued your curiosity, I would say try this one. But this is, for granted, like a strong scent. I would say even stronger than Paris Nights. And my last scent, which was kind of like an ode to 2020 for me, I thought that this was gonna be my year because it is the zodiac year of the rat, and it was like post-Christmas, so I was feeling like nostalgical. It's like a new it's a new decade. Everyone was feeling like 2020 was gonna be their year, and then freaking this happened, this situation that we're all in. But I'm sure like once this is all over and we look back at this like a couple months later, we're gonna be like, wow, even though right now it feels like an eternity. So the fragrance that I had bought in, you know, anticipation that this is gonna be my year was the Louis Vuitton, I'm not even sure if I'm gonna like say this right, but it is the Attrape Rêve. This is a pricey ass bottle, let me just say. Like, that's how determined I was to make 2020 my year. Just so like you can get an idea. So before this all happened, it just smells so good. And like, this is such a bougie like magnetic lid. Like, it says the LV, and I even got like it engraved with my initials, and it's pink. Hello Pink is my favorite color, even though I'm wearing red right now. And so like I said, this is also an Eau de Parfum, by the way, so it is quite strong. All of the other ones except for the Be Layered and the Perfume Oil have been Eau de Toilettes, which is a much more lighter toned down. So it's like they took like the Perfume Oil and really watered it down. That's usually like what an EDT, Eau de Toilette, means. So anytime prior to this whole like shit show that happened this year, every time that I needed like, yes, like you got this girl, like this is for you, this is this perfume I was spraying. And I even took it like to my Seattle trip. I took it like a tiny like sample size that they had given me. I took that because I didn't want to, I couldn't travel with this obviously because it's very big. But the scents are Coco Peony. Peonies are actually my favorite flowers, so peony accord, I'm sorry, lychee, patchouli, Turkish rose, and bergamot. So again, it's that floral, but it has that warm note, and you could definitely pick up the cocoa and the peony. Those are the main notes, and that's why this is something that I was like, okay, I'm gonna splurge and spend the money on it. It even comes with like this bougie, like how bougie is that? I just keep it like this because they say like sunlight really affects perfumes, like you should keep them in like a dark place, and I don't do that, but I do with this one because
This cost me a pretty penny.
but it is like my 2020 scent. I hope that after all of this is done, I can definitely just like wear it and have a like, yes
Girl, like,
this is your year. Hoping, you know, I'm sure that'll happen once this is all over, and we'll forget about this. But that is my perfume collection. Let me know what your favorite perfume is in the comments down below, or if you have one of the perfumes that I have and how you feel about it. I haven't mentioned it before, but I'm actually going to share my Instagram with you guys. It is my personal Instagram, so it's not like it's very YouTube related. I just feel like right now we all need like a sense of like community, and I might be tired of seeing of the same people posting all the time, so I would like a switch up. So I will leave it. It is Renee_Lucia, so without the H, because my middle name is Lucia, not Lucia. I don't know why I put an H on my YouTube handle, but that is my handle on there if you want to go follow me. I know 2 of you guys follow me. Actually, I think maybe 3 of you guys follow me now that I think about it, and I love chatting with you guys. So if you guys want to have a little bit more of an insight of my life outside of YouTube, I'll definitely say go follow that, and I'll definitely follow you back. And I will see you guys all in my next video. I hope you guys are staying safe. Bye!